now we have seen how to insert the categories, how to insert the brands inside the database, and also we have seen whatever data we are having inside the database tables, how to display that data inside our home page. Okay, now let me just show you whatever we have done. Okay, now this was our admin dashboard. Okay, this is our project e-commerce website, and whenever we click on this insert categories, we are having this form. Now I can insert the categories, and whatever categories I insert, that will be stored inside the database. And whatever data I am having here inside the database tables, that will be displayed in the home page. You can see categories is being displayed, and also the brands is being displayed here. Let me just come here. You can see whatever categories I am having, totally 6 categories I am having, and all the 6 categories is being displayed in the home page, and also brands is being displayed. Whenever I hover on these categories, you can see below I am having category is equal to 6. When I hover on these brands, I am having related to that particular brand, I am having this brand is equal to 3. Okay, now what we are going to do is, these actions can be performed only by admin. Only admin can insert the categories, admin can insert the brands, and only admin can insert the products. Now we are going to see how to insert the products. Now let me just come to my demo project. Now before inserting the product inside the database, first we want this simple layout. Okay, we want this input fields, we want this form, only then we can insert the products. Now first we are going to create this simple form, then we are going to create database for the products, and then we are going to write PHP code to insert the products inside the database. Once it is done, later we are going to see how to display that products inside the home page. Okay, now you can see inside admin folder I am having this insert product.php. So I'll just come to my project. Now here I'm having this admin folder. Inside this admin folder, I'm just going to create the file. I'll just write here insert product.php. Now I'll just come to index.php of admin folder. Now here I'm having this insert products. Now inside this href, I'm just going to pass the file name insert product.php. I'll save this. Now let me just come to my project. I'll refresh this one. Now when I click on insert products, you can see I'm redirected to insert product.php. Now here I don't have anything. Now we are going to design in this way. Okay, this kind of form we are just going to design. Let me just come to insert product. Now here first I'm just going to write this basic boilerplate of HTML. I'll just change the title. I'll just write here insert products. Okay, whatever you want you can give. Insert products. Let me just write here admin dashboard. Okay, only admin can insert, so I'm just writing this one. Don't get confused what is this. Now from index.php, I'm just going to copy this basic links. Okay, this is the bootstrap CSS link. All the links I'm just going to copy from here, and inside this I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, this is the separate file, so I'm just linking bootstrap link, font awesome link, and CSS link. But for insert categories and insert brands, we have not done that. Okay, we have just created this simple form. You can see we have created the simple form, and also we have not written the basic layout of HTML for these two files, because these two files, insert categories and insert brands, I have included inside this file, index.php file. You can see I have just included this one here. So whatever stylings I am having inside this index.php, this entire links will be linked for this particular files as well. Okay, so you don't have to include in these files. If you include only once, that is completely fine. You don't have to include in each and every file. Now this insert product is my separate file, so I'm just linking bootstrap link, font awesome link, and also CSS link. Now once it is done, now for this entire body I'm just going to give the class. I'll just write here bg light. Okay, so that I'll be getting some gray color. I'll just come here. Now if I refresh this one, okay, now you can see light gray color is been applied to my entire body. Now below this, I'm just going to create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as container. Let me just give the proper spelling here. Inside this div container, first I'm just going to create h1. For this I'll just give the class as text center, and also I'm just going to give the text as insert products. Insert products. I'll save this. Let me just come here. I'll refresh this one. Now here I am having insert products, but from top I am not having any spacing. So for this div container, I am just going to give here margin T of 3. T stands for top, and here I am just giving here margin top of 3. Now if I refresh this one, okay, now it is not been applied. Let me just check for that. Okay, I have not saved this. I'll just save this file. I'll refresh this. Now margin is been applied for this one. Now next we are having this form. So below this H1, let me just write one comment. I'll just write here form. Now here I'm just going to create form. Action I'm not going to give anything because I'm going to write PHP code in the same file. So I don't have to write. If you want, you can give self, or else you can just leave it as blank. The next method I'm just going to use, method I'll be using post method, because we are sending all the sensitive data, okay, product information we are sending. So we are not going to use get method. We will be using post method. Then inside this products, if you notice here, we are sending the images as well. You can see we are sending the images. Totally we are having 3 images. So whenever we are inserting any kind of data which is not related to text, like media files if you are including, then we have to write another attribute inside form. Okay, that is nothing but enc type. Okay, if you write this one only, then we will be able to insert the images, or else we will not be able to insert the images. Now for this you have to give the value. You just have to write here multipart / form - data. You have to give this one, only then you will be able to insert the images, or else you will not be allowed to insert the images. Okay, this is nothing but enc type multipart / form data. Okay, we are just telling that we are going to insert the data which is not related to text. Now inside this form, I'll just create one div, and for this div I'm just going to give the bootstrap class, that is form outline, and also I'm just going to give margin bottom of 4, because if I'm creating multiple input fields, I don't want that input fields to be stuck. So I'm just giving some margin from below. I'll enter. Now inside this I'm just going to create label first. For this label I'll just give the class as form label. Okay, these are bootstrap classes. Inside this, okay, for if you want you can give, or else you can just leave it as empty. Okay, for better understanding, let me just write here product title. And inside this label also I'm just going to write the same thing. I'll be writing here product table. Okay, sorry, product title. Now below this label I'm just going to create input field. Type will be text. Name attribute, okay, name attribute is very important because we are inserting the data inside the database. I'll just copy the same value. I'm going to paste here, and also inside ID I'm going to paste. Whatever value we are passing inside form, that value should be similar to ID. Okay, it should be completely matching with this. Name you can give whatever you want. You can give any value for name attribute, but this for and this ID should be exactly matching. Then next I'm just going to give class. I'll just give the bootstrap class, that is nothing but form control. Let me just come here. I'll be writing here form control. I'll save this. Let me just come here. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I'm having this input field. Okay, now I just want to give placeholder, and also I just want to reduce the width. First let me just give placeholder here. I'll just write here placeholder. Placeholder is equal to enter product title. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, here I am having enter product title. Now for this, whenever I click on this, I don't want this kind of suggestion, because sometimes it happens that our sensitive data will also be displayed. So for that, here I am just going to give autocomplete to be off. I'll just write here autocomplete is equal to off. If I give this one, then whatever suggestion I was coming, that will not be displayed for me. I'll just refresh once. Now whenever I click on this, you can see I'm not getting any suggestion. Okay, if you want you can give stylings, and you can just hide this outline. Okay, as of now we are not going to focus on CSS part, and also I'm just going to give one more attribute. I'll just write here required is equal to required. Okay, directly you can give here required, or you can just write here required is equal to required. Okay, whichever you feel that is comfortable for you, you can use that one. Now for this, okay, I just want to reduce the width. So for this div container which is holding our label and this input field, I'm just going to give the width. I'll just give here 50. Okay, I'm just reducing the width by 50. I'll refresh this. Now you can see here I'm having 50% of the width. But if you see here, my input fields are in the middle, but here it is not in the middle. So for that, here I'm just going to give another property, that is nothing but margin auto. Now this will divide the space equally between left and right. I'll come here. Now if I refresh this one, you can see left and right it is equally divided, and here I am having this input field in the middle. Now in the same way we are having product description. Let me just come here. I am just going to copy the same div before that let me just write the comment. I'll just write here title. Then below this I'm just going to write the comment. I'll be writing here description. And below this I'm just going to paste that one. I'll just copy this description and here I'm going to paste. Everywhere I'm going to change that one. Here also I'll change, and here I'll be writing product description. Then enter product description. Now everything is same. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see here I'm having another field with product description. Then next we are having, let me just check for that. Next we are having product keyword. In the same way I'm just going to copy this. Here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just change this. This I want to change, this and this. I'll be writing here. Let me just write here keywords. Now I'm just going to write here product hyphen keywords. I'll just copy this. Here I'm going to paste. Here I'm going to paste and enter product keywords. Okay, rest all everything is same. I'll save this. Okay, you can do whatever changes you want, you can do. And here also I'm just going to write here product keywords. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, here I'm having product keywords. Next we are having this one. Okay, we are having select option. Now whenever I click on this, I'm getting this options. Okay, now this options I'm getting directly from the database. Okay, this is not the static data. This is completely the dynamic data. Now if I just come to admin panel, now you can see inside categories I'm having till shoes. I'll just come here. Now I'm just going to insert ice creams. Let me just insert that one. Ice creams. Let me check whether ice cream is there or not. View categories. Okay, now ice cream is not there. Insert categories. I'm just going to insert ice creams. Insert. Category is been inserted. Now if I just come to insert products, now when I click on this, you can see ice cream is also present. Okay, this is the dynamic data. This is not the static data. Whatever data I'm having inside the database, that data I'm calling here and I'm just displaying that data here. So later on we are going to write the PHP code and we will be fetching the categories and brands for this insert products. As of now we are just going to create the basic template. Once we are ready with the template, we are going to do the PHP coding. Now here below this I'll be writing here categories. Inside this I'm just going to copy the same thing here. I'll just paste that one here. Now instead of this, let me just remove this, I don't need, and also I don't need this one. Now instead of this I'm just going to write here select. Inside select name attribute, let me just write here select product categories. Then ID if you want you can give, or else you can just remove that one. And also I'm just going to give the class. Class I'll be giving here product category. Okay, I have given the class. Now inside this select, if you are not aware of this select, I have already created complete series on HTML. In that I have explained you completely about this select. Okay, if you want you can refer that one. Now inside this we have to pass some of the options. Here I'm just going to write option. Inside value we will be passing some values. Now here let me just write, I'll just leave it as blank. Now here I'm just going to write here select category. Select a category or something. And below this I'm just going to create some more options. Okay, now basically I'm just going to display the static data. Later on I'm just going to display the dynamic data. This is fruits. Then this will be vegetables. Then this will be ice cream. Let me just display 4 datas here, and here finally I'm just going to display chips. I'll just remove this one. I'll save this. Now instead of this, let me just come here. I'll refresh this one. Now here I'm having select category. Now when I click on this, I'm getting all these options. Now instead of that, let me just write here category 1. Okay, so that we will not have confusion when we are writing PHP code. I'll write here 2. Then I'm just going to remove this. I'll just change the number. I'll write here 2, 3 and 4. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, now when I click on this, here I'm having all the categories. Category 1, 2, 3 and 4. Later on we are going to write the PHP code and we will display the data from the database. I'll just remove the space. Okay, now I'm not having this stylings. So instead of this one, let me just remove this. I'll just copy this one, and for this name I'm going to give this value. Now for this class I'll just write here form select. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see the stylings is been applied. Now in the same way, I'm just going to copy this entire div. Below this, I'm just going to paste. Instead of this, I'm just going to write here brands. And here also, I'm just going to write here brands. Then here I'll be writing brands. I'll just copy this one. Instead of this, I'll just write here brands. Brand 1, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, here I am having brands. Now when I click on this, I am having all these brands. Then next I am having this 3 images, and finally I am having here price. Let me just copy this. Not this one. Let me just copy this div container, and here I am just going to paste that one. Now for this, I am just going to write here image 1. Okay, how many images you want, you can display. But as of now in this project, I am just going to display 3 images. Here I will be writing image 1, product image 1. Then inside this, I will be writing here product image 1. In the same way, I am just going to copy this. For I will be writing the same thing. ID also I am just going to write the same thing. And type we have to change here to file. Okay, whenever we are inserting the images, we have to give the type as file, and we don't need this one. I am just going to remove this, and also I am just going to keep this required is equal to required. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, here you can see I am having this image. Now when I click on this, the images, okay, this will be opened, and from here we can select the images. Again I'll just copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste. I'll just change it to 2. Everywhere I'm just changing it to 2. Okay, that is image 2. Here, here, here. I'll save this, and here also I'm just going to change it to 2. I'll refresh this one. Now here I'm having the second image option. Again in the same way, I'm just going to paste that one. I'll just change it to 3. Everywhere I'm just changing it to 3. I'll save this. I'll come here. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see again I'm having this image. Then next finally we are having the price. Let me just come here. I'll copy the same thing. Okay, I'll just copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste. Now for this I'm just going to write here price, and here I'll be changing it to price, product price. I'll copy this, and here I'm going to paste. Here I'll be pasting that one, enter price. And here also I'm just changing price, product price. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now here I'm having price. Now below that I'm having this button. Now we are having this price. I'm just going to copy the same thing, and here I'll be pasting that one. Now instead of this, let me just remove this. Instead of this, I'm just going to create input field. Now for this, I'm just going to give the type as submit, because whenever we click on this button, only then I want to insert all the data. So for this, I'm just going to give the name attribute. I'll just write here insert product. Okay, this name attribute is very important. As I always tell, name attribute is very important when we are writing the code inside PHP. Then for this, let me just give the class. Class I'll be giving btn and also btn info. Let me just come here. Now if I refresh this one, now here I am having this button. Now for this button, I'm just going to give some value. Now here I'll just write here value. Instead of that submit, I just want to display insert product. Insert products. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, now here I am having this proper button. If you want, you can give margin, padding, okay, whatever stylings you want, you can give. As of now, let me just come here. Now for this class, I'm just going to give some margin bottom, okay, because my button is stuck. And also I'll just write here padding x of 3. Okay, that is left and right. I'm just giving some padding. Now if I refresh this one, now padding is given and also margin is given from the bottom. Okay, now we are done with this one. We have given name attributes for all the input fields. For price, we have given product price. For button, we have given insert product. For product image, we have given this one, product image 2. Then we are having product image 1. Okay, if you want to do some changes, whatever changes you want based on your requirement, whatever data you want to insert inside the database, that you can do by yourself. You don't have to worry about the designing part. You can give whatever designing you want, whatever stylings you want, you can give. But the result, whatever we are getting, that should be same. And also if you want to change the result, if you want to display another data, you can completely do that one. If you know the basics, if you are getting familiar with PHP, then you can do lot of stuff using PHP. Okay, this is how we are going to create the form. Now we have completed the form, basic layout of form. Next we are going to see, instead of displaying the static data, I just want to display the data from the database. Okay, next we will be seeing this one, and then after that we will be writing the query to insert the product inside the database. Once the product is inserted, we will see how to display that product inside our home page.